here we are again. It's Metta Monday time.
Yeah, and we're feeling the burgeoning qualities of spring equinox, which is right around the corner this Saturday.
Oh my goodness, it's time for expansion. It's time to make space, to clear the clutter, to do some spring cleaning. I know Heath and I this week are doing our first cleansing. We're taking a 5-day cleanse and excited. Today is the first day of lightening up a little bit and feeling a little hungry every once in a while, but also feeling a little bit of heat, starting to warm up in a new way inside out.
Yeah, and spring cleaning isn't just merely about physically kind of lightening up and moving away from the inertia of the winter yin phase of hibernating and congealing, and then we begin to get more active, as Nicole said, and expansive. But it's also about spring cleaning other kind of residue, not just physical inertia,
Yes.
not just our foods or other kinds of things into our body, but also energy, how clear and clean we are mentally, and especially emotionally, because spring, among the five elements associated with the wood phase, rules over spring, gallbladder, tends to be a little ornery, a little challenge around anger, irritation, frustration, or basically any kind of explosive emotions or extremes can really get stirred up
Yes,
this time of year.
I think it's that battle between like wanting to stay still and be in winter and stay warm, and then I want to do something. I kind of feel like I want to go somewhere and kind of want to do something and invest myself in something.
Yeah, so if you're feeling that push pull, if you're feeling like a little agitation, a little irritation, or you're noticing folks around you a little ornery, why that's in part climatically influenced by the season around us.
So, and pretty normal.
And normal. And so one way to stay in alignment with the seasons is to do some moving, some conscious breathing. So let's all stand on up.
Let's prepare our bodies for spring.
Yeah, so I'm gonna back the camera up and we will get a nice little space. Everybody, we recommend you have enough room around you that if you were to move your arms about, you're not going to bump into a wall or anybody. And I wonder if Jake's gonna join us as well.
All right. So a big part of liver energy is related to, or working with liver, gallbladder, wood energy. It's related to our joints. So if you'd like to, actually, let's begin by warming up some joints. So let's bring our fingers together, interlace our fingers, and start to rotate through your wrists. Maybe you've been working on a computer today. Maybe you've been using your hands all day. Let's just kind of gently bring the fingers, interlace the fingers, and rotate those wrists. And at the same time, bring up a foot.
Why don't we all do the right heel?
Okay.
Lift up the right heel.
And then start to rotate on the toe a little bit. Get that ankle. Warm up the ankle. Warm up your wrists at the same time. See if you can get them going together. Hello, brain. Turning on the brain. And then can you reverse it?
Oh. And this is a question I have when I practice this all the time is, did I reverse both my wrists and my ankles or just one? But the key is moving, because when we move, we begin to produce and secrete synovial fluid, which helps cushion our joints, helps lubricate kind of the stiffness that can kind of happen by sitting too long.
Let's pause for a moment and then repeat that. Oh, go ahead.
Can we do one pattern interruption by changing the interlace in your fingers? So one index finger different. Boy, these are your hands. Might feel a little unusual.
And then let's rotate those wrists and rotate that ankle.
Lift up the heel and circle. And wherever you are is perfect. So some of the challenging qualities of spring, of the wood element, are anger, irritation, frustration, resentment, jealousy.
Reverse it.
But we can also focus on the light. The harmonizing qualities for this season are all about kindness.
And generosity.
It's about acceptance.
And forgiveness. One more breath here.
And maybe find one of those qualities to breathe into your practice here now.
And then we'll pause, we'll let that go. Feet are about hip width apart. You're gonna just rest one hand on top of the other. And we're gonna inhale all the way up towards the sky. And on the exhale, we're gonna reach out and away. Soft knees, engage your belly as you roll up, scoop up.
Inhaling
through
up,
the center.
back bend. exhale, push your seat way far back. Hinge at your hips rather than your back. And we're inhaling earth energy, commingling it with that heavenly chi and bringing it back on down. So a beautiful way to align our energetic channels, which is the conception and governing vessel along our spinal cord. Also a wonderful way just to create beautiful spaciousness and decompression in our intervertebral discs, helping to continue the flow of our, not just our synovial fluid, but also our cerebral spinal fluid, cushioning our brain and spinal cord.
And liver chi, liver energy is all about moving our chi. The liver helps mobilize our energy. So here we are, we're gonna mobilize our spine, mobilize our energy, circulate our breath, just like this. One more round.
Inhaling through your nose, and for letting go, exhale out an open mouth.
And then as you come up, we're gonna hold up the hands, deep breath in.
So just holding the back of one wrist.
And then we're gonna inhale, hold the breath, come onto the toes, balance, balance, and then exhale, drop your heels. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, lift and balance, hold the breath, and then drop it down, drop the post. One more.
This is really good for the kidney energy, which helps to nourish the liver energy.
Speaking of kidney energy, let's take a big wide step. Keep the hands up there and turn to the right. Turn to the right and even bend back a little bit. We're gonna open up our Ming Men, open up the kidney doors. On the exhale, we're gonna drop over that right leg and pause here, take a breath here. On the next exhale, I'm gonna go over to the opposite foot.
Well, hiya.
High. Pause here, get a nice stretch there. And then when you're ready, we're gonna inhale up the one side, reach back. And then exhale down. Over the left foot. Inhale to the right. Exhale up.
We're gonna inhale at the top.
Extend.
Exhale forward. Come through center as you inhale up the left. Exhale, fold forward on the left, move into your right. Oh, Nicole likes to add an extra breath.
That's
so
okay.
if you like, add the extra breath. Go a little quicker or slower than us, but keep everything friendly. Everything safe and comfortable.
Oh, open up those back legs, those channels, those, oh gosh, those urinary bladder channels.
Yeah, and if you're healing in your knees or you feel any strangeness in the knees, feel free to pick up your toes and pivot them toward the side you're dropping toward. Or for more stretch and challenge, keep your toes pointing forward. Use your core, use your belly. Every time you lift up and go down to protect your low back. Getting some good heat here. Inhaling up.
Last round.
Exhale down and over. Inhaling up. And we'll rotate center and down.
And the feet come together. Oh, let's pause. I feel a little bit of warmth.
Mm-hmm.
Little circulation moving. Feels good. Let's continue moving and circulating some energy. A little tapping.
Oh yeah.
So
maybe we'll come closer to the camera for this one, because this is called facial beauty just beneath your cheekbones. And this is a fantastic acupressure point to activate, especially during spring, if you're experiencing some congestion, some allergies, some sinus discomfort. And you can either tap or massage or hold static. And just like Nicole's doing that purging breath in through your nose, out an open mouth.
One more time. We're going to come right underneath your left armpit. We're going to take the outer edge of your hand and kind of tap, tap, tap. Let's open up the lymph there. Open up that lung 1 point, heart point.
Yep. And right in the middle of your armpit is the first point on the heart meridian. Sometimes it's nicknamed the Prozac point because it helps calm your emotions. And that's really an important quality for this time of year.
And then we'll tap down down the side body, over many times, but total of three rounds, just going down with your tapping, slapping, pressing the side body.
And we're tapping down the gallbladder and liver channels associated with spring.
And then we'll switch sides.
And this really helps to calm. So it's very common as the sand, the wind gets stirred up this time of year, all the transitions in temperature, of clothing, of climate, that things get a little disheveled, disgruntled, even get a little extreme. And here we can calm the fluctuations of our feelings.
Calm it down.
Calm me down.
Nice. Let's bring those tappings to just on your elbow, right around your elbow crease. We'll do the outside, a few taps, and then you can bring it on to the inside, a few taps, and go back and forth a few times, working with that elbow joint. At a point like let the bird out the house or open the door for the bird.
Yeah, so on the outside of your elbow, it's called the bird's nest. And if it gets really tight, like we're using a lot of the mouse on the computer or a lot of action with our elbow, that can get stiff. But this tapping will help open up those channels, especially good for our immune system.
Let's switch sides.
Jake, did you let your bird out of the house?
Rotating, opening up into those elbows.
If you feel tender areas, maybe slow down, get a little lighter, but give those areas a little more tension. When your body has a little tension or edginess, achiness, resistance, that's your body wisdom's way of letting you know, I'd like a little more attention, please.
Then we'll pause there. We'll come right to the gates, the quad, this intermediary between the top and bottom of our body. And we're just gonna do nice little drumming here, a little tapping. Inhaling through your nose, purging breath out through your mouth.
So you're right over your hip crease. There's a big junction of blood vessels going from the center of your spine, your aorta, down into your legs, your femoral arteries. And where the blood goes, the chi flows. So the more we can keep our circulatory, cardiovascular system moving, the smoother flow of energy, the chi, prana, lom will move through our bodies.
And we're going to take this tapping all the way down to the outside of our knees. So just find your knees and go just below your knees and that soft tissue there. And we'll just, there's a nice point called 3 Mile Point, stomach 36. You can tap there.
So you're about one hand width, 4 fingers away from the lower kneecap. You're on the soft tissue. And don't bash right over your bone, that won't feel good. You could do one or both at the same time. You could do this from a seated position if that feels better. This is great again for immune system, but really good also for stamina. If you feel a little sleepy or you got a project to attend to, you want a little more endurance, don't forget stomach 36, 3 Mile Point.
Yeah, grounding and energizing. One more breath.
It'll give you energy for 3 more miles.
And then we'll pause. Let's come up to standing. Nice. Let's open up into our shoulders a little bit more.
I love it.
Let's bring our arms up, out like wings, and we're going to turn our right palm all the way up and almost so much up that it goes back. It's the palm of your hands looking to the back wall. And the left hand's going to go down until the palm faces all the way up. Look at your right hand.
Even pivot your toes toward that right hand.
And then we'll take a deep breath in. On the exhale, let's switch sides. Twisting, rotating. What are these called? Opposing dragons?
Yeah, sometimes competing dragons or twisted roots, depending if you're looking at it from a Chinese medical Qigong perspective, that's those competing dragons. Or some yoginis talk about this as twisted roots. And be sure you're not simply rotating your wrist and elbow, but get your shoulder to really round, get your arm bone to move in that shoulder socket. Be sure you're picking up your toes each time so that when you do bend the knee toward the upward facing palm, your toes and knee are in alignment. Notice your shoulders. Can you slide your armpits a little lower toward your side pockets? In through our nose, out an open mouth. Inhaling center, exhale, bending. Couple more like that. Can you move your arm bones even more? So one shoulder is like going under the armpit, and the other shoulder muscle is trying to release up and over your shoulder cup.
All right, one more each way.
Ah, oh, that's nice.
Yes, we'll pause there. Whew, that feels really good.
Little neck action.
Sounds good. So
Okay.
either you choose, gonna make a palm behind your back, palms together, either your fingers down, or let's see if I can get my palm up, fingers up.
So no forcing, just find where your Goldilocks edge is, not so much you're holding your breath or clenching, but not so little that you're not feeling the edge.
And we're just drop your chin to your chest and then gently raise your chin to the sky. And we're gonna drop our chin to chest, a couple more. You choosing when to inhale, when to exhale. One more round. Dropping, coming back to center, dropping an ear towards the shoulder, and then rocking that chin from side to side, little semicircles, maybe dropping your chin towards your shoulder, opening up the side of your neck, side of your shoulder.
Breathe into that area. Don't fight. Drop the conflict and favor the connection.
Inhaling center. On the exhale, let's go the opposite side. Stretch. You can hold still, or if you'd like to, create little rocking motions.
And notice how much peace you can make with your body's sensations. Instead of judging the sensation as tight or achy, see if you can just experience the raw, sensory, rich experience without the analysis.
One more breath. We'll bring our head back to center and release our arms, shake that loose.
Very nice.
Let's draw down the heavens with 3 breaths as a way to finish up our practice. We're gonna inhale up. Gather some heavenly chi and exhale, bring it down. We're going to add the liver breath. Let's do liver breath, little shh breath. So we'll inhale.
Sound.
And we're going to
This helps to balance out the spring energy, helps you to have a healthy experience with all your anger, helps you get friendly with all your feelings.
Last one. Grounding, centering, calming. And then notice, how do you feel?
Yum, 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 yum. I feel a little more alive, a little more awake, a little more ready and engaged.
Way more engaged, way more grounded, way more present, and a lot warmer.
Hope you all enjoyed that too. And if you want to join us for more spring cleaning,
yes,
we're doing our at-home spring equinox session. Yeah, it's an at-home retreat. And we have a 1-hour session Friday night and Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, you can join us for one or all 3. We'd love to see you and have you play with us, detox with us, clear up and expand with us.
And find ways to make real good friends with all of your mind, body, heart, and spirit.
Thank you for being here. If you'd like to, you can unmute yourself and.
Oh, I see. Look at you.
Thank you very much. I haven't been able to make 6:30, so I was thrilled to be able to make it tonight when now it's 7:30 here. So
for some of us.
Yeah.
Have a great week.
Thank you. I feel so much better. I really needed that.
Thanks, everybody.
Blessings to all.
Be well. Lots of love.
Bye, Pam. Thanks, Jenna. Betsy.
See you later.
Kitty, thank you.
Bye-bye.